Good afternoon, Elysia.
How are you?
My name is Nicole. Let's begin.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I originally started working in the food industry when I was 16. That was my first job. I was a bistro server. I did get into a catering hall. I was a server as well for banquets. I was a dishwasher, prep cook. I did a lot of that stuff. I worked in another restaurant. I worked a few more places after that, but I'm looking to be a banquet server here.
Great. And you enjoyed your time there?
Of course.
Absolutely. What is your greatest strength?
I'd definitely say my organization, because I have such bad OCD, which that's also my weakness at the same point. I love to be organized because I tend to move very quickly throughout places, so I'm very fast-paced.
Oh, wonderful. And along with that, what is your greatest weakness?
Definitely the OCD. Everything needs to kind of be near perfect, or else it just kind of bothers me till I fix it.
Okay. Okay. What are you most proud of?
Definitely probably my ability to do whatever people tell me I can't do. Because ever since I was younger, everyone always said, you can't do that, you're not able to, and I always felt the need to show them wrong. They always told me I couldn't be a delivery driver. I was a dishwasher. I always proved that stereotype wrong. So I definitely enjoy doing that.
What would you say is your best quality?
That's a tough one. Probably my ability to multitask and be fast-paced at the same time, because that's hard for a lot of people to accomplish. They normally can get one or the other, but to combine both of them without losing that quality, that's where it really comes into play.
Okay. Give me an example of how you handle a stressful situation.
A lot of times in school I was stressed out. I was a student athlete. I was 5th in my class as well, and I took a lot of AP classes, so I had all those times where tests came into play at the same time. We had games, we had meets, and I always found a way to balance everything out so that I always had everything done, but it did get quite stressful towards the end of the year.
So why should I hire you? What makes you stand out from everyone else?
Like I said, I do have that ability to be fast-paced, which in a banquet server you really need to be, but you also have to have that friendly aspect that people want to come back and see you. And with parties that are as large as you guys can handle with up to 800, you need to be able to be focused but also have fun at the same time so that people don't feel that they're just being pushed away. You want to make them feel like they want to come back. And that's what I'm willing to offer if you should hire me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Great to hear that. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm just curious, what are the hours like normally?
Well, it's an on-call position, so someone will call you with the hours for the events, and then you can choose which ones you'd like to work.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, awesome. You will hear back from me within about 2 weeks.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you for coming.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm Bryanna Burnside.
Okay, Nicole Stefko.
Nice to meet you. Let's begin. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I've always been interested in technology and developing programs, games, apps, anything with usability for anybody to use, I think is wonderful. I was always interested in programming and networking and databases. So in college, I took a little bit of each class, and I realized that app development was the route I wanted to go in. And I've been teaching myself Java. I have a good background in SQL, SQL Server, C++, JavaScript, and it's what I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do it.
That's great. Good to hear. And what is your greatest strength?
My greatest strength would definitely be I'm very good with deadlines. When I know something has to be done or due for a certain day, I get it done a week or two beforehand. I start working on it. And in group projects, I take charge. I keep everyone on track. I make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to do. Everyone is up to the right standard in our project. And I just keep everyone focused on the goal. Whether it's individually or a group project, I keep focused on the goal.
That's good. That's what we're looking for. What is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness, I'm a perfectionist. And if things don't go my way, I get more upset than I should. And I have to calm myself down before I move on because I can't work with a cluttered head. So I definitely think that really my most prominent weakness would just be overwhelming myself, letting my emotions take me over. So I just need to recharge and refocus and regroup, and I'm okay.
And what are you most proud of?
I definitely say I'm most proud of my ability to pick up new languages. I started with C++, and I thought it was very hard at first, but the more programming I've done, it became easier and easier, so that when I got to Java, I had that background in C++, and I knew exactly what to expect. And, it means a lot to me that I came into it really not knowing much, but I came out really confident. And I think that confidence was based upon my hours and dedication behind programming and all the assignments I did, all the labs I've done. So I really think that that would be what I'm most proud of.
Excellent, excellent. And what is your best quality?
My best quality would have to be I listen to people. I know working even individually, you're always going to have a boss, you're always going to have someone to report to. And even in a group, you're supposed to listen to your peers, whether you're in charge or not. You're supposed to hear people out. And I really think that if you keep an open mind with whatever you do, whether it be project-based or not, you'll really hear people out. You'll hear what everyone is saying so that we can collaborate on ideas. And I feel like that's really important in the workforce, because if you can't listen to other people, if you don't have that strong foundation in communication, you really can't progress. You know what I mean? You have to progress either as a team or individually. But if you can talk to people, if you're good with the communication, you can talk to people, then you can definitely move forward.
Excellent, excellent. And give me an example of how you handled a stressful situation.
Well, one group project, I told them I couldn't meet a certain day or time, and they ignored me, and they met, and they started filming. We did our project, and I sat down with the group, and I was upset, but I didn't let it control me. I said, I told you I wouldn't be able to do this. We need to reschedule. I was very calm about it, which I was proud of myself for, because I'm usually not like that. I usually get worked up. But I talked to them about it, and again, I listened to them. I listened to what they had to say. They heard me out, and it was fair. We worked around it. We thought of a different solution. We met a different day, and if I just sat down, I collected myself, and I talked through it.
Great. And why should I hire you?
You should hire me because I probably have the most dedication that any of your possible employees would have. In high school, I started taking college classes my junior and senior year here at Penn State, and I loved it. I had 21 credits done before my freshman year, and that drive, that motivation has stuck with me all the way up to my graduation day. And, when I want something, I do it. I don't hem and haw. I don't question anything. When I want something, I get it done, and I do it. And as long as I sit down and know what I'm doing, it gets done, and you won't be disappointed.
Great. And do you have any questions for me?
Will we be working is it group project oriented? Or is it more individual?
Yeah, you will be split up into 3 positions, including software developer, a developer with testing, and a project manager.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
All right.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Hope to hear back from you.
Definitely.
Good morning, I'm Elysia.
Good morning, I'm Bryanna. Nice to meet you.
You too, let's get started. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a very determined, driven, and really ambitious young woman. I have a lot of plans for my journalism career. And I think what's really good is I was an athlete my whole life, so I think that really taught me a good work ethic and how to stay disciplined and with deadlines and working as a team. So I really think I can be a lot for the newspaper.
All right. So what about your greatest strength?
I have to say my greatest strength is probably my work ethic. I get things done. They're done on time, on a deadline, which is important as a journalist. And I'm very meticulous with everything I do. So it'll be done the right way, nearly perfect, hopefully. And I really think another strength is probably my comprehension of the work environment. I understand, especially on a large newspaper staff, that you do have to work your way up from the bottom, and I'm fine with doing that. I think that's probably the best way to go. But yeah, that's my strength, I think.
Excellent. How about your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is definitely this double-edged sword. I'm a perfectionist, and I can edit an article countless times, and it will not be my definition of perfect or up to my standards. But I understand, again, that there are deadlines, so I don't foresee that being an issue.
Okay. So what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of probably my academic success in college. I was on the dean's list, I was in the honors program at Penn State, and maintained at least a 3.8 GPA, which I think is reputable, especially being involved in extracurriculars, sports, and volunteer work. So I'm probably most proud of that.
That's awesome. All right. So what is your best quality?
My best quality, not to sound egotistical, but probably my personality. I think I'm very sociable, easygoing, and really try to get along with everyone, and even if I can't, I maintain a professional relationship at all times. And I feel that I'm very easy to talk to, I've noticed, and I can connect with people on a real personal level, which I think is important as a journalist with interviewing and just doing very personal stories.
That's what we're looking for. All right. So give me an example of how you handle a stressful situation.
Well, as an athlete my entire life, playing basketball, softball, all these sports, I think I'm thrust into stressful situations countless times. For example, my senior year of high school, I was basketball captain, and so if we were losing or if it was a high-intensity game and everyone was kind of getting stressed out, individually I'd kind of try to calm myself down, focus at the task at hand, and kind of push that on everyone else. Try to maintain calmness and really just get going and focus on what's going on instead of getting bothered by everything else around you.
That's great because it gets a little hectic here sometimes. All right. So why should I hire you?
I think you should hire me because I think I have good qualifications, recommendations, and the skill set needed to be a successful journalist. I have a good work ethic. I write really well, I guess, if not to sound like I'm egotistical again. But I really have a strong work ethic, like I said, and I think I can really work well with others and really mesh well with the staff here at the newspaper.
Sounds great. Do you have any questions for me?
I was wondering if you were hiring in a specific department, whether it be sports, editorials.
Right now we do have an opening in sports, but generally we are hiring more of like a general writing staff.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. You should hear from me in about 2 weeks.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
You too.